every month we have a special session where we speak about to strengthen the relation between the EU and Israel. For example, within next week we shall have a special session on the added value of our strategic partnership with Israel. So that Israel is a big value as a
your position is not mainstream, you could say.
I must say we are the friends of Israel. The real friends of Israel are growing. Surely.
How do you explain? First of all, let's talk about the other side. How do you explain the anti-Israel sentiment that we are still hearing a lot in Europe, European parliaments, in Europe general?
You speak about anti-Israel, especially from the left, the extreme left, especially of the left.
You feel that it's anti-Semitic or just anti-Israeli?
It is. Let us say when you are in favor of relations with Hamas, that is strongly anti-Semitic. That you cannot deny it. How can you have a good relation with Hamas that is so clearly anti-Semitic?
But you're saying the pro-Israel position is becoming more popular?
Yes, because there are a lot of, there are several. I'm not only the chair of the Israel delegation, but I'm also on the board of the European Friends of Israel. And now we have more and more contacts with the Jewish communities. For example, I have now organized several seminars on specific details of the Jewish community life. For example, freedom of speech, what to do about hate speech, anti-Semitism. Let us really discuss it and not gloss over. And tomorrow we shall have what is now also at stake, freedom of religion and secularism. The assault, the attack on circumcision and ritual slaughter from the secular side. We should discuss it openly and defend real freedom of religion for our Jewish communities.
Now, how about the next threat that we're hearing about in terms of the boycott? People are saying if the negotiations with the Palestinians don't go anywhere, if the Palestinians continue to disagree and issues like that, there'll be boycott in Israel on Israeli products.
We will really fight vehemently against it. For that is, of course, that is already. I think when you are speculating about that there will be a disappointment again on the peace negotiations to give only Israel the guilt. I surely know that there shall be attempts, but we should reject it and fight against it. And I must say, a glimmer of hope is surely that in the Dutch Parliament last week there were motions that were backed by the majority of the parliament to promote relations with Israel, also commercial relations. And as I said, next week there is a very good pamphlet and analysis of the Henry Jackson Society in London on that we should look what is the benefit of strong European-Israeli relations on security. The security of Israel is also our European security. Don't forget that Israelis are experts on security. They are informing European security experts on the dangers at our own continent. So, and then economic cooperation, scientific cooperation, technological cooperation. So I'm very optimistic about that we had to defend very precious and real things that are based real on the facts and on the reality, and we should face it. And therefore I learned what you were saying, that imagine that again there's a big disappointment that it leads to nothing, the mission of the American Secretary of State, but we should not accept, and already now that the finger is pointing against Israel. For what we are seeing is that even, and that is very fundamental, that Mahmoud Abbas is not giving in, and also the Arab League is not giving in to a fundamental issue that when you speak about two-state solution, next to a Palestinian state, there exists already since 1948 a Jewish state. And when you deny to speak about the Jewish state, then how can you be trustful? And let us not forget, we speak about the Palestinians, but to which Palestinians should Netanyahu speak? You have Hamas, you have Fatah,
and you're out.
You have Islamic Jihad, and look what is Iran doing, is fueling the conflict. And I must say I'm very concerned about the position of the West at the moment at the negotiation table with the Iranians, for they are making again. It is a big mistake to trust the Iranians for what is going on. They have now more modern advanced centrifuges. So when you have uranium with 5%, they are spinning 6, 7 and more times, so they are not on the threshold.
And you're out there promoting these things in benefit of Israel.
I'm very in favor of there should be a credible military threat against the Iranians.